Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new to this channel, then subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time whenever I post this new video. So basically in this video, I'm going to discuss this add two numbers Leetcode daily problem. So let's get started. So basically in this problem, you are given these two lists. And basically these lists represents a number, like the number is 342 and 678. The list is given in the reversed order. And why is it given so for example, like in the problem you have to add these two lists and you have to the return this list with the sum of these two lists. So basically you have to return this you have to return this list, and this will tell you this number. So you could also see like 342 plus 678, this is this. So you have to return this list, like these two lists you are adding, and then you have to return this list. So now let us understand firstly like why these lists are given in this reverse order. So you must be knowing, like whenever you do this addition, like if you would be doing this addition of 342 and 678, so you would have been starting from the backward direction. So to avoid this complexity, like this list is given in the reverse order. So if that is clear, so now let me explain you like what I am doing in this problem. So similarly, like I am just replicating what the addition is being done, and in the same way like how we add two numbers, I am replicating that thing only. So basically like if 342 and 678 is there, then first of all what we are supposed to do, like first of all we are going to add this. Then let's say if it's greater than 10, so what we do, like we take it mod with 10. So mod with 10 would be 0, and we divide it by 10. That would be our carry, and that carry would get added here. So now your sum here would be 7 plus 4 plus 1, it would be 12. So again you would do this 12 factorial, sorry not factorial, 12 mod 10. This would be your remainder, and this would be your carry, right? So this place would be 2 now, and now your carry is 1, right? So now 6 plus 3 plus 1 would give you 10, and here it will come 10. So like these are your final values. This is what same I am replicating in case of these two lists, L1 and L2. Just what I am doing, explaining it again. 2 plus 8 would be 10. This mod of 10 would give me this remainder. Remainder comes out to be 0. So this would be my value, and my carry would be 10 by 10. So carry would be 1. So that 1 did carry 1, 10 by 10, 1. I am passing it over here. Now 7 plus 4 plus 1 would come out to be 12. 12 mod 10 would give me my remainder, which is 2. And 12 by 10 would be my carry, which is 1. So now 6 plus 3 plus 1 would be my next value. So now 11 would be my 6 plus 3 plus 1 would be 10. So 10 mod 10 would be my, since you could see like here you don't have anything, so you would like append 10 over here, and this would be your 1020. This you would return. So similarly, like if you would look at the code, so what I am doing, like as I told you in the previous video also, like I used to create this dummy node so as to avoid some complications or all. So like creating this dummy node of -1, now head is also here and my tail is also here. So now whatever I am appending over here, I could append it easily and I could return this head next. So this dummy node helps me to create this kind of scenario. So, and like let me tell you like what would happen, like if I won't be creating this dummy node, then I would be initializing head as null and tail as also null. So now I'll have to put many checks, like if head is null then do this thing, if head is not null then do this thing. So to avoid that, I have created this dummy node. So now I'm checking like for the both of the list, like if one of them gets empty, then I'll break out from the loop. So basically like similar thing as I told you before, like L1 value plus L2 value, and then I'm calculating this carry, and then I'm also calculating this this remainder. So remainder I have termed as value, so you won't be getting confused. So then I'm creating this new list node and I'm pointing tail next to it and moving my tail forward. Similarly, I'm moving my L1 and L2 forward. Now if when now you need to look like whenever I get out of this loop, it means like one of the list get empty or both of them have got empty. If like one of the list is empty, let us suppose like L2 is empty, then we don't have to do anything on L2, like we have to do the operations on L1 only. So now what I am doing is like I am checking if my, then again I am doing the similar thing for the L1 which I did for L1 and L2. So I am calculating this this value and then this carry and then this remainder. I am creating this new node and pointing my tail to tail next and moving L1 forward. Similarly, I'll do this for L2 if in case L1 gets empty but L2 does hit some nodes. And if in case my carry is not equal to 0, then also I am creating this new node which is termed as carry and moving my tail forward. And at last, as I told you, I created this dummy node. So I'll be returning, and head was pointing here, so I am returning head is equal to sorry, I am returning head next. So this was this dummy node, so I am returning head next as my new list starting node. So this was it in this question. So now let me demonstrate you like this test case how it's working, so as to get this better idea. So let us take this 999 9999, and then after it I'll discuss this time complexity. L2 is 9999. So this is your L1, this is your L2. So basically, like first of all, you will add these two values. Your initially carry was 0 as it's in the code. Initially it's 0. Now L1 is not null and L2 is also not null. L1 is pointing to the start of the L1 list and L2 is pointing towards the start of the L2 list. So now I'll calculate this value. Value would be 9 plus 9 plus carry. Carry is 0. This is my carry, right? So it would be 18. Value would come out to be 18. So now my remainder would be 18 mod 10. It would be 8. My carry would be 18 by 10. That would be 1. So what I'll do, like I'll going to create this 8 node. Initially this was my head and this was my tail, right? So what I am doing, like I am pointing my tail next to this, so it means like 8 gets appended over here. Tail was still here, so that's why I have done this tail is equal to tail next. So now my tail would be pointing towards here, right? So this was done for this. Now after you have completed this operation, you will point your L1 here and L2 here, right? L1 is equal to L1 next and L2 is equal to L2 next. Then again you will calculate these values, like 9 plus 9 plus, in this case your carry would have turned out to be 1. So this is your value. So value is 19, remainder would be 19 mod 10. Sorry, I'm pronouncing again and again factorial, don't know why. So remainder is 9 and carry would be 1, right? So now you would point tail next as 9, tail is still here, so you would move your tail here, right? So till this point I should be absolutely clear with you. So like now your carry is 1, your remainder was 9, I put it 9 towards my tail, and now I'll move this L1 here and L2 here. Similarly I'm doing it again, so value would be 9 plus 9 plus your carry is still again 1, so value is 19. Remainder turns out to be 19 mod 10, that is 9, and your carry is 19 by 10, that is 1. So again you will append this 9. Okay, you will append this 9 here again. Let me take it with another color. -1 8 tail was here before, so now tail would be pointing here. This would be your 9, this was your 9, and this is again 9, right? Now you will move your L1 forward and L2 forward. L1 would be here and L2 would be here, right? So again doing the same thing, you would get the same result. So now again you would append this 9 and move tail here. So now the interesting part starts, the duplication parts, and now this L2 would point to null since there is no elements at the end of this list, and L1 would point here. So now you would come out of this loop, right? Because one list got null, one list is pointing towards null, so L1 is pointing, L2 is pointing towards null, so you will be in this loop, you would move inside this loop. Your L1 is having some nodes, right? So now you would do this operation. Carry was your 1, now you will do this operation on this L1 list. So L1 value is 9 plus 1 carry, this is 10, this is your value. Now value is 10, remainder would be 10 mod 10, which is 0, carry is 10 by 10, which is 1. So you will now append this here, right? Because like tail next is new list node value, so what I will append over here, I will append 0 and 1 would be my carry. Similar, both the things would happen for here also, like whenever so you would append 0 2 times, 0 0 2 times. Now at last you will check, now your carry would be again 1, because like it's the similar situation, right? Because 9 plus 1 again, 9 plus 1 9 plus 1, so your carry would be 1. So now again you will check, like you will move out from this loop, and now you will check if carry is not equal to 0, which is not, the carry is 1 in our case. So I'm creating this new node and pointing my tail next to it. So tail was here, so I'll create this new node as 1, right? And tail would point towards here. So now your final list would turn out to be this -1 8 9 9 9 9 9 9 0 0 0 and this 1, right? This is your head is here and tail would be here. So now I'll be returning this head next. I told you as earlier, this is my dummy node, which I made to avoid this complications of checking, like if head is null then create this, if head is not null then do this. So to avoid those complications, I would always advise you to use to make this dummy node of like -1 or some random value. So now you would return this, and you could see like our output is matching to words this output what they have given. So this proves like our solution is working fine, exactly fine. And now let me show you about this time complexity. What is the time complexity? So as you could see, like this loop while L1 and L2, so I could say like this thing would be order of minimum of length of the L1 and L2, because if any of this list, since it's an AND operation, right, if any of the list gets empty, so it means like I'll move out from this loop. So it means like it would only do these many operations order of minimum of L1 and L2. And then while L1 and L2, like you could understand it this way, like if my L1 is having this length of let's say 6, L1 is having length of let's say 6, L1 is having 6 nodes and L2 is having 2 nodes, right? So this loop would move 2 times, then L2 will get empty, right? You won't be doing anything on list L2. You would be left with 4 nodes to be iterated on L1. So now you will iterate these 4 nodes. So I could say like I will iterate in this problem like order of maximum of L1 and L2. So this would be my time complexity only. And see, I am creating this new node every time. So this would inquire new spaces also, because I am creating these new nodes for storing those values. So what could be the worst case scenario? Like it could be order of maximum of L1 L2 plus 1. This is your time complexity, and your space could be like you might be having these it's short like you would be having these maximum of L1 and L2 nodes, and here you could have like let's say you could have 2 digits or 3 digits values, like it depends on the last node or your carry thing. So you could say like it would be order of n only in both the cases, but to be very precise, like it could be something constant ranging from like 0 to or anything, like it would be something constant only. So the time and space both would be order of n only, but to explain you precisely, the time complexity would be order of maximum of L1 and L2. So I hope like this problem I have made clear to you, and if you have any queries then you could post that in the comment section. And thanks for watching the video out, and hit the like button if you like my content. It would give me more motivation to make such kind of content. Thanks for watching. Bye.